Okay. How about that? Yeah, there we go. And anything from the desktop? There we go. All right. Okay. And all right, we're almost ready, guys. Sorry about this. Let me pull that over there. All right, and we're back. All right, now the audio is working. All right, guys, welcome to I think this is part 4 of the complete Knights of the Old Republic playthrough. Super excited about this one. Just in general, let me pull my little what we did journey so far back up. Okay, so for those of you who are just joining us, or anybody who's like watching on YouTube or whatever, the point of this whole playthrough is we are doing as much of the story as possible, light side male sentinel, and we've already done some pretty interesting stuff to get stuff unlocked. We just finished, I think, yeah. So we need to do these two quests, these two side quests for the TSF. The Zerka office. There it is.
I do not approve of this alliance we have formed with Chodo Habat and his Ithorians. Habat has an agenda, and he hopes to tie you into it to use you to his own ends. True, he may be able to help us locate the Ebon Hawk, but still, you must be vigilant.
Good day. I am Beef. How may I help you? If you will allow me to look at it. Yes, this is indeed a Zerka-manufactured holdout blaster. Zerka Corporation is the galaxy's leading weapons producer. A blaster of this model is quite common. However, it does seem to have some non-standard modifications. I'm sorry, but...
I will arrange transport to one of the restoration zones on the planet's surface. You will be safe from the TSF there. For the services you have offered to Zerka, you will also be reimbursed. I trust that is an agreeable arrangement. Of course, I will instruct the commander to await your arrival. I simply do not have time for... If there is nothing else, I would prefer it if you left our premises. Batono, of course. He was one of our former employees. Let me tell you something. There are far too many like him. Do-gooders who believe that because of the things Zerka must do to remain successful and profitable, we must be evil. They do not see the impracticality of their beliefs. They do not understand the realities of the galaxy. If certain funds must be paid, then Zerka will gladly pay. If competitors removed, then Zerka will do its part to forward progress. Batono could not see this. Before leaving our employ, he stole many of our records, then began to stalk our movements on the station. Harassment, but conveniently overlooked, sanctioned perhaps, by the Telosian authorities. I'm curious, though, as to why you are looking for him. I see. Well, I suspect he's putting his nose into something or another. People like him can't mind their own business, always needing to pry into matters that don't concern them. I do know he spent some time in the company of the Athorians. I assumed that was the reason for his efforts, that he thought by inventing stories of Zerka's evil, he could put Chodo Habat and his incapable assistants in charge. But if you are searching for him and find... If your conscience demands it, then by all means. Just remember, a reward is waiting for you.
I always hated how creepy that line sounds. Remember, a reward is waiting for you. Oh. Ugh, yeah, it gives me like full shivers. She's creepy. Alright. To the Athorians.
Renundas, Mauritian Gelva. Fidan Gelva Bani. Fidan Gelva Bani. Fidan Gelva Bani. Unitus Blava. Fidan Gelva Bani. Gelva. Linda Trufta. Renundas, Mauritian. Fidan Gelva Bani. Gelva. Fidan Gelva Bani. Unitus Blava. Papoel.
Alright, now we can go look at all of the fun apartments. Actually, let me see if... Uh-oh. Okay. Whew! Got nervous there for a second. Got really nervous there for a second. Okay. Oh, good. Now we can use force speed without the weird buffering.
What the? You're not... What? No, you must be mistaken. You're probably looking for a previous tenant or a neighbor. Dole sent you. Can't say I'm surprised. He was the one who wanted me to come forward in the first place. Easy to say that, but you're not the one Zerka will send its assassins after. Sure, but everything takes time. Testifying before the council's deliberation, time that Zerka could use to rub me out. You might be right. I don't think Zerka has gone so far that it's willing to openly clash with the TSF. But Zerka has eyes everywhere. Not even sure I can leave this apartment safely. You? Look, I'm sure you can handle yourself, but I think this might be a little out of your league. A Jedi? Jedi or no, Gren wouldn't have sent you if he didn't think you could get the job done. All right, fine, but we need to get moving. Lead the way, I'll watch your back.
What do we have here? Batono, if I'm not mistaken. You've been a hard man to track down.
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. It's you we've all been looking for. Executive Lawso sent me to take care of some unfinished business. So you say, but I'm stubborn, so we're gonna try just in case.
Close one. We need to keep moving. Let's leave this.
I have to hand it to you. I'm damned impressed. Not only did you find Batono, you convinced him to testify against Zerka to the council. And believe me, that's no small feat, considering I think Batono is as stubborn as ever.
You don't sound happy to see me, Gren.
Of course, I'm sure you have other things to be doing. The bounty is yours for finding Batono, and a bonus for bringing him back as well.
I don't have anything for you, but thanks for saving my life. I'll try and return the favor someday.
Oh, right, yeah, back to the apartments. Whoops.
Dovrei kun mili vuos. Kavadumpa mun suru kupla liawa. Tonghite mosi. Kawana bota yuta tanga kinama. Jikonu ta yuna palawalit basa. Dahupa bosa kurata go. Dahupa bosa kurata. Kavadumpa mun suru ku. Watakla tungji. Mulibrawa.
That one's fun, but you kind of have to beat him at Pazak, which is challenging.
Hey! Looked like you... Figured what? You just break into my apartment and take... Yeah, I thought so. Get out of here before I get the TSF.
That's a fun moment, Dark Side, if you decide to play it that way, but... Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, we already have one. Whoops.
Tonorangama, Donos Imaragith, Donos Inwam Aran.
Alright. We got Batono, and now the only thing left for us to do is the main quest line. Well, that and the dancers, but anyway. We can beat him in Pazog.
Kawana bota yuta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita kawana bota yuta tanga kavadumpa mu. Basa batus lima poiwanga pawan mitra janta yunto moskrun. Nandimi sunar kruntak. Tonino bapi.
Alright. If we get lucky and win it in one. Alright, this is going well. Oh, that wasn't great. Ugh, don't like it. There we go. Yeah. Oh, come on. Alright. We'll get some better Pazot cards and then come back.
Hello there. Oh, so forward. I like that. I handle vice. You know, spice, gambling, the good things in life. For the local exchange boss, Lopak Slusk. Don't worry, I won't make a move on you. That Squid and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. You being one of them. Look, are you really Jedi? Exactly. This exchange bounty has nothing to do with you. But Slusk, my boss, won't listen to me. Still, you seem a very capable sort. Tell me, are you a capable sort? Good. I like that in a man. So here it is. Help me with Lopak Slusk, and I'll keep the exchange off your back. And find your missing ship. I can get you into the exchange suites in Residential 082. They're west of the entrance. More than a few of the guards are in my pocket, so there shouldn't be too much resistance inside. When Slusk's out of the way, I'll clear up this bounty matter and get your ship back. Deal? We'll speak again, then. Best of luck, handsome.
Making a deal with the pretty exchange girl. Yes, now we go. Oh, come on.
Sobojun sama pik. Dosokanki. Tiso maraneshin sando krapa molektek. Marawala chisolu traka. Tinachara. Graracha. Ganowiso. Totorano krano. Terando no.
No, it would have been interesting if I decided to just like voice all of the main characters' lines, but I don't think anybody wants to hear that.
I'm terribly sorry, but there must be some sort of mistake. I don't have a record of your appointment. Are you certain it was for today? Well, if... Very well. What was your name? Excuse me. Lopak Slusk's appointment has arrived. Please open the inner door. There you are. Have a good day.
Always go this way first.
With pleasure.
Let's settle this.
Long walk.
More where that came from. Let's settle this.
So, like, right now you'll notice that Atten is getting the shit kicked out of him. But that's actually fine. Because he has that, that bonus feat that lets him... let's see. No. Yes. Yeah, there it is.
I hear you.
So even though he's like kind of low level-ish right now, and because we're saving his levels for when he Jedis himself. He can still contribute because he doesn't die.
More where that came from. Everyone down.
Odie, are you sure I'm using the wrong mic? I am using the wrong mic.
Slusk.
Also, Odie, after this, I will not be using Atten again until Narshada. This fight can be challenging if you pick this option, but we're gonna pick it anyway.
You might think.
Oh, I don't have her on Jedi support yet.
You obey the word.
Him first. Oh crap. Dang it.
I hear you.
Well, like I said, tough fight. Let's get Korea. Yeah, Odie, I think it is my webcam mic that's being used. Let's see. Hey, there we go. Had my microphone muted. Do that every time, I swear. Okay. Pro streamer indeed. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's a little high. There, there we go. All right.
Yes.
Okay, we're not going to do this whole conversation again. Blah, 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 blah. Leave the Ithorians alone.
Not as soon.
Okay. Now, pause. We're gonna do Force Valor. And then we're going to kill the Gamorrean guard. We're gonna have her use Battle Meditation, and then Force Aura. We're gonna have Atten
I hear you.
run away. And throw... Which one is it? Frag grenade. There we go.
Maybe Nar Shaddaa isn't such a good idea after all.
Really? You think so? Zeltrons?
Did we just see what happened? The Exchange is one of the most powerful groups on the Smuggler's Moon. If this Goto wants you so badly, it'd probably be a good idea not to show up on his doorstep, wouldn't you say? Not to mention, I'm sure Lopak Slusk has friends on Nar Shaddaa that won't be happy to hear he's gone. Yeah, you're right. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Ah, level for
Yes.
Kreia. Alright. We've got the regenerate force points. Now we take dueling. Ah, yes. Or, alright, and then we take night speed and armor so that she can use those on us. Odie, I never knew that Luxa was a Zeltron. And we are not leveling him up yet.
Yes.
Alright. Really don't need the extra wisdom right now. Odie, that sounds fun. Ooh, usually this gets me... Oh, we must just be like a point or two of light side short. Oh, she did. Odie, did you see that? She had a pheromone package as her in her loot drop. Lore accurate loot drops. Alright. I'm gonna go play with the Ithorians again.
Sidan Elfa Sidan Elfa Fandibo Elfa Fabuelta Linda Oi Sidan Elfa
Odie, just for that, I promise that I won't select the charge her up a loading ramp selection when you're talking to Kreia about visas.
Sidan Elfa Sidan Elfa Truth Plaza Sidan Elfa Elfa Truth Sidan Elfa Elfa Sidan Elfa
Smooth.
Ah, there we go. All right, another level. So we're gonna take all of these skills. Do we just... Okay. And we're going to take Advanced Valor. So that we can use it on the whole party. That's me, Blaster the Zeltron. You know, I'll tell you, Odie, BioWare does make it really hard to be horny. There, that's
Is there
corn.
something I can do for you? What? What do you mean? Wait, are you talking about accessing the mainframe? The Zerka mainframe? You're crazy! What are you, some kind of slicer? Well, I'm sure there are a dozen sorts of dirt on Lorso in there, but it's a closed system. This is a joke, right? You're CSD, aren't you? Loyalty test? And I want Jana Lorso looking dirty. Alright, other than Jana Lorso, only B-44 has free access to the mainframe. He's a protocol droid, her administrative assistant. If you controlled B-44, you could walk right in.
But how would I get access to B4D4?
Nearly all the Zerka technicians are planetside these days, working the recovery zones we've taken from the Ithorians. We've contracted out the maintenance for the office's protocol and utility droids. The guy Chano lives in the apartments in Residential 082, Unit 2B, I think. If you had his credentials, B-44 would leave with you willingly.
Odie, what do you think you know more about, Mass Effect or Star Wars? Alright, fair answer.
Loka kama. In Wamagro. Meira. Machabi doko. Tonoranga. In Wamagro. Meiranga. Bomababe want to susin to Mukarata. Bomababe want to susin to Mukarata. To Esfrectonatada bear mabar chokto. In Wamagro. Taranamo Sibu and Dasa.
You know, Odie, that's a great question. And outside of, like, the movies and TV shows and the 2 Knights of the Old Republic games, I definitely know more about Mass Effect. Pretty sure I've consumed every piece of Mass Effect media that exists. Oh, I'm going to the Ithorians. Yeah, that's right. It was a long time before I realized you can go to the Ithorians and have them pay for the droid technician. Oh, there definitely would not. I mean, so everything they did in Mass Effect is just a ripoff of Kotor, and if you've played the games a lot, you can definitely see it. Like the Elcor are basically emo versions of the HK droids. Sadly, I must return to my work. Versus... what is it? It's a irritated statement. We're going to this one. Yeah. I don't know if anybody will ever beat Kreia. Kreia was like, there's still, it's been many, many years. Like, I don't know if it's 20 yet.
Donos Imaragith. Wanna.
Is that? No. There's like, when did Kotor come out? You know what? We're about to look this up really quick. (2004), 19 years ago. I need to make sure I stream on... Wow, yeah, December 6th, 2004. So, wild. That was how long ago that was. So 19-year-old game, but people on the just people still like debating her as a character.
Good day.
I mean, Wynn is great, and so is the Elusive Man. But I don't know that there's ever been such a complex character in
I am sorry, but I cannot accompany you.
Any
I
of
only
BioWare's
leave the Zerka
games.
offices for maintenance by an authorized Zerka or Zerka contracted droid technician. Those are legit.
Rengundas, Horicidan, Sidan Gelfa, Vaninugan Gelfa. Sidan Gelfa, Vaninugan.
I'm gonna grab a snack, guys.
Linda Grufta, Linda Grufta Gelfi. Genfuti Borova.
I love and hate this music.
Gelfa, Vaninugan Gelfa. Sidan gelfa valinugan gelfa linda.
Do you guys like these cookies? The Biscoff ones? I love them. I think they're so tasty. No.
Hello, B-44. Is there something you need? Oh, why is that? More credits, you say? That's news I wouldn't mind reporting to the Sector Executive Officer. Please, B-44, access away.
Yes. You know, Odie, this is gonna, my stream is gonna sound absolutely unhinged. If you're just like looking at it without being able to see the commentary here. No, there is nothing preventing you from entering the main office and indiscriminately firing on Circa personnel with your stun ray. Some of these conversations are just so fun. Odie, we'll have to do that. You'll have to show me how to do that in the video.
T1N1,
for the
what are you doing
next
out here?
stream.
You're not supposed to leave the mainframe. I think someone needs a memory wipe.
What the?
Thanks, Odie. Appreciate it.
Hoy sidan
What? You're just gonna set it free? Is that a good idea? Because it can lie. No one expects a droid to lie. Think of the trouble it could cause.
Oh. Bowder, here we go. It's...
Healing a dead planet is one thing, Chodohabat, and healing a Jedi severed from the Force is quite another.
No, you don't, Odie. If you pick the right dialogue options.
You speak well enough, Chodohabat, but perhaps you see...
See? No influence point loss. Alright, we're going to transit to another module, and we're going to get a call immediately from the Ithorians.
What is it?
Just say the word.
Let us end this. End this.
More where that came from. Time to even the odds.
Odie, I did not play the MMO. I have actually never played an MMO. Probably not. MMOs are bad for me. I already have this like desire to play everything to completion anyway, and if I try and do an MMO, I will never leave this desk. Any remains? Thank you.
Time to even the odds. Time to even the odds.
Should not have done that. And where do you go to tell what's active right now?
And now, Chodo Habat, you will die along with your herd. That's none of my concern. I was hired to do a job, and after I kill you, I'll... Perhaps, but not today, Ithorian. This is the best that you could muster.
Oh, crazy beast.
Everyone down!
Alright.
I hear you.
Getting very close to another level up. Like, look at this game. It could have been so much more than it was. Shame they rushed it to get it out for Christmas.
Citadel Station, this is Admiral Carth Onasi of the Republic Cruiser Sojourn.
Admiral Onasi? This is Lieutenant Gren, TSF. We've been expecting you.
Gren, it's nice to know that TSF hasn't gone to shambles in my absence.
What is up, Caden Alinka?
You might change your tune after you see what the situation is like down here, Carth. I've got some bad news for you.
Well, it can't be that bad, Gren. I think Telos has already been through the worst.
The one you came all the way out here to pick up, well, he managed to escape the station. We're not exactly sure how it happened.
Well, that's unfortunate, but luckily it still fits our plans.
Am I hearing this right?
I'll tell you more when I arrive, but the Republic has decided not to detain the exile and adopt a wait-and-see approach.
The exile? Then...
Like I said, we'll talk more when I arrive.
Looks like we will. I'm uploading the approach vector to you now. See you soon, Admiral.
Alright, we're just gonna skip that one. Oh, look at this terrible quality video.
Everyone hold on tight. We should be putting down in a few seconds. Grab onto something. This is about to get rough real fast.
There we go. Look at all those loading screens. Oh my god. Oh, happy 2004, everybody.
Good to have you back, General. Easy now. You survived one spectacular crash. Lucky I was here to pull you and your friends out of that shuttle, or you'd be more than a little crispy. But it's only fair. I owe you more than one, General. You must be in shock from the crash. Have to expect some long-term memory loss from that. Too bad he's not a droid, huh? We can't all be that lucky. I'll humor you, General. I was one of the Iridonian Mechanic Corps that was at Malachor. There you do. I can see how you'd forget me, being that I was the only one. I'll agree to that. The less said, the better. We all went through some tough times after Malachor, and maybe we all did a little forgetting. Guess that's one thing we've got better than droids. They can't forget anything. But then you give them a memory wipe and they forget for good. They'll be fine. The pilot's more or less unharmed, and the old lady, well, she's tougher than she looks. You know, I never thought I'd see you again, General. Galaxy's a big place, and this is the last place I thought I'd bump into you. So I have to ask, just what are you doing here?
Well, there were some Zabraks in Kotor 1.
Well, if your ship's in as bad shape as this one, I don't think you're gonna have much luck.
Well, this is familiar. Feels
There's
like
a
my
ton of
last time on
Zabraks
Telos.
on Manon on Kotor 1. But a
Crash
playable
the shell
party
that
character?
time too?
Nope, Pazak.
That was not the most pleasant landing I've endured. Next time we should perhaps seek out a more reputable pilot.
You're welcome, Kreia. You know, if I weren't such a crack pilot, we could have hit the shield wall or one of those rock faces.
Yes, our current
Yes, our
situation.
current situation is a vast improvement.
Love that line.
They're probably already on their way. I had a little run-in with Zerka that involved me ending up in a force cage. I managed to escape during an electrical malfunction. So far, I've managed to outrun them. Something went wrong underground. The ruins used to be some sort of military research center, and something reactivated its defenses. 2 salvage teams never came back, so Zerka sent in a mercenary team. Later, one merc bugged out with military droids on his heels, and they started shooting up the compound. I don't know. I was already locked up. They thought the salvage teams accidentally turned something on, but I don't believe it. The power was blown out in the firefight, and that's when I got away. They sent a pursuit team after me, but most of them were busy trying to resecure the compound.
Beats me. No one's supposed to be here but a Zerka research team. I can't say they'd be happy to see us, but shooting us down? I can't imagine Zerka having us shot down by a bunch of scientists either. You know, I caught a glimpse of what looked like an AD tower when we flew over the compound. Maybe they're doing something they shouldn't be. I've seen pirate bases with the same sort of setup.
I can help you find it. I have access to the SHIELD network. I came hoping to repair whatever damage your shuttle took, but not even I can fix that wreck. We'll have to get back to the compound. It's the old Ithorian research station, turned into a salvage team staging area. It won't be an easy hike. Zerka freights men and equipment from the landing pad there. If it's there and we can breach the perimeter, there's probably something we can use. If not, we could try our luck in the underground ruins. Either way, it's back to the compound for us. That's...
Well, that's an interesting angle. 10 of 10, perfect game, no flaws. Alright, so of the party members who can become Jedi, Bao-Dur is the only one that I don't usually do. And we save those points. And we give him dueling. What's his current dex? 0? Yeah.
I hear you. I will silence this one.
Take him down. Asked for it.
Now that we have Bao-Dur here, and we get ourselves into the compound, we'll actually be able to do some damage. by upgrading our weapons a little bit.
The mercenaries.
Let's go. Mercenaries have caches.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, that'll do for now. Though I really don't
Mercenaries,
like that
right
he's
where we need to
wearing
go.
a kilt.
That sentry droid probably spotted us already. They were probably looking for me when they saw your shuttle go down.
Alright, now I need to go attack that guy. And we need to have Beodur use his shield breaker on this guy. Alright, there we go. Now we can regular attack. Broke his melee shield.
What is it?
Another sentry droid. The
Oh,
mercenaries
yay.
must be using them to locate us. There's probably another patrol nearby.
Thank you, Stopped 11J, for offering to make sure that I can pay for this dumb streaming hobby I have.
Miratono chun raso masakan gar toroto. Donanochi, kilibamuri ras lemo porwanga. Dor nerindarisa. Miratono chun raso masakan gar toroto.
Wait, bounty? Why is there a bounty on your head?
Dakosha, nicho tono. Punta chakorso waman. Gotash juna rananasha ni. Visitisa cholo. Gumasone. Achiyo pachawa cholo.
I don't think so. You'll have to come through me if you want to take the general.
Ragichi sa.
Oh,
Toma
what
sinto
Beodur.
norokipa shakani.
He's so good.
Let's go.
Alright, and there's everybody. What level are we at? 10. Level 12. Alright. So that's the problem. You get that, and that all at level 12. And that. Yeah, we'll take choke.
Take him down. I always feel a sense of calm when I walk the surface of Telos. The Ithorians are truly amazing in their work.
Force is strong here. Whether Chodo and his herd has anything to do with that is
Yeah, thanks, Odie.
Can you feel anything? That is good. As a breeze may swiftly turn to a gale, you are slowly beginning to be reopened to the Force.
Quiet. There's a large mercenary patrol up ahead. If we move carefully along the perimeter, we may be able to get... We could cross along the shore, or head along the cliffs to the south. I'll follow close.
Oh boy.
Yes. What is it?
What's going on?
Theodore really has no patience for Kreia in this game.
The mercenaries...
Ooh, dark Jedi robe and craft heavy armor. That's a good roll. Oh. Well, I guess as dope as this looks, we probably need to keep that on us and give Kreia the Jedi robe. Sad. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, yeah, Odie, I give Cray a pistol all of the time. And the Meadow of Mines here is actually a solo job.
Minefield ahead. We can.
If you walk carefully right up the side here. This super fun part of the stream, minefield. I don't usually, Odie, and like part of it's like a personal failure on my part. Because I like feeling like a badass Jedi with a lightsaber and a sword, and I can't do that if I'm, you know,
Sentry droid ahead. We've been spotted again.
Stacking
We're
mines.
close to the compound, so they'll be getting ready for us.
Alright, and this one.
Let's go.
Alright, and there goes her melee shield.
What is it?
There's the landing pad. There should be a computer terminal I can access from there. Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way there, though.
Look sharp.
What do we have here? The Jedi. Saves us the trouble of looking for you. Corin Fault did say you were dangerous. Maybe he does know what he's talking about. Attack!
ion damage that's getting through? Or energy. Do I have an energy? That's ion. Yeah, ion damage. There we go. Those stupid shields gone.
Yeah?
Alright, there we go. Alright. Now, energy resistance, and off we go.
Yes.
Let's go.
What is it?
Let me handle this. Let's get this over with.
Let us end this. What is it?
Alright, good. Now we can hang out up here for a minute, get some health back. Oh, the AI behaves so badly during this fight. This is always one of the hardest parts of the game for me before I figured it out.
Hopefully I'll be able to access the shield network from this console. Good, it's functional, and my passcodes still work. Now let's find your ship. The TSF probably thinks the ship was put down in the wastes, but they don't know the planet as well as I do. Telos' atmosphere has been turned into acidic vapor. Landing a ship in the wastes would be like sealing it in a hangar full of hungry Minocs. So that means there's probably an unsanctioned landing site somewhere on the planet, still shielded, but not a restoration zone or other listed facility. That's why I need access
The
to
big
the
droid's
shield.
so fun, though.
Here, a small anomaly in the shield network's power grid. I'm not surprised the TSF didn't spot this. It's subtle, more like an error or random flux than anything suspicious. It looks like power is being drawn to generate a shield over a small area in the polar region, but nothing should be down there. Orbital cameras show nothing, just an empty mesa.
We should investigate this. I feel this is the best bet of finding the Ebon Hawk.
That's a little tougher. According to the computer, a shuttle is currently docked inside the research facility. At least there was at last report, though that was months ago. I don't, but that's not going to stop me. I'm getting back to Citadel if I have to build a new ship myself. There's one other small problem. Recently, Zerka teams that were sent into the military facility have not been coming out. But it's not as though we have any choice.
Yes?
Fool spamming.
Feels like poison. This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back. The Zerka mercenaries were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell. The shields there were even weaker than these. After you. Feels Take him down. Let me handle this.
Alright, there we go. Now we can finally take heal. Okay, so now that we've got 16 intelligence and... Wow. Yeah, Odie, that's hilarious. Alright, so now that we get to... now that we're at 16 constitution and 16 intelligence, we can really start building our character any way we want. Personally, I'm going to build to 18 constitution, just so I can equip the really nice implants. And after that, I'll start going into wisdom and dexterity. But at this point, it's really personal choice. Alright. -2 penalty to attacks. Yeah, this one's better. Kreia Romance. I don't even want to know if that mod exists. That's terrifying.
I hear you.
Go.
for Kreia. More dueling for Beaudur.
What is it?
Let's go. Alright, now we equip all the skillsy stuff on him. And also with you, Odie. Let's go. Alright, another advanced grenade grip. There we go.
I hear you.
What's going on? There she is, one orbital shuttle. looks like it's in serviceable condition. That's all a moot point. The hangar bay doors are closed. I don't fancy flying the shuttle through solid metal, so I'd say we need to find a way to get them open. We'll also need to find the ignition codes for the shuttle, or else we'll have some trouble. If we get all that, I wouldn't worry about what shape this heap is in. I'll get it running.
Alright, chaos vents deactivated. Ah, no more of that.
Let's go.
Durasteel heavy armor. Oh, here he is.
Sawancha more. Kawana bota. Tonata bia. Great.
All right.
I hear you.
Yeah. All right. Now we have to turn on solo mode because this is the not fun part about trying to do a completionist playthrough. So this guy will follow you around, kind of. If you let him out and Beaudur is right next to you when you get him out, you get an influence bonus with Beaudur. But that only happens if Beaudur is closer than Kreia is. So, the way to cheese this is that we remove Beaudur all the way here. And then we have to run with this guy. Oh.
Tong lal.
Stop. He stopped following me. Oh my god. Oh, did he stop again? He stopped again. God, I hate this guy. Alright, now we save.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita.
That was a kind act. It is good to see that one can still show compassion.
Alright.
Even after the war.
Influence gained Bowder.
And that is why I follow you, General. Lead on.
Oh, that takes forever. Alright. Solo mode off. Speed on, and we're off.
I hear you.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Let's go.
What is it?
What's going on?
Zoom, zoom. Ooh, foreshadowing.
I hear you. What is it?
What's going on? Take them down.
Alright, our first big boss fight. We got a couple of really lucky rolls. Damn. And some really nice loot. Usually. Honestly, that was kind of disappointing for this room. Usually it's way better. All right, time to go to the polar region. Oh, there's the fun dorky droid music, and then...
Statement. We have arrived too late.
Oh, I love the
target has
HKs.
evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. You've likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
Well, this can't be any worse than last time. So that's the hole in the SHIELD network, huh? Doesn't look like much to me. You've got to be kidding me. It's not my fault.
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and his allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences.
Alright, here we go.
Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that shooting down your shuttle would damage you irreparably. Quick clarification, but now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities. Self-evident answer. Wherever you try to run, we will be there, armed and ready. Rhetorical query. So the query you have posed to us is one we put to you. What are you doing here, we wonder?
Alright.
This shall not stop us for long. Let us end this.
Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master.
All right.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training
3 for 3,
ground
poor
for
Atten.
Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scow like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Djarik can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
I love this
Fine.
conversation.
I'll be your pawn, but I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason, and now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
It's your second intro to Kreia being just the wildest, weirdest person on the planet. Galaxy, I guess, whatever. Ooh. What are those? Red things.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the Exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why? Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here? Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
I usually like to play this way.
So you said, so long ago. I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled. There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I had kept it, so I would never forget. I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
I don't like any of these responses.
Become a Jedi again? That is a thing far out of reach. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice. So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way. Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us. Without you and the other fallen Jedi to support them, to feed their lust for war, Revan and Malak's crusade would have been over before it began. I know you betrayed the Jedi teachings. All that you had been taught you threw at your feet, crushed them beneath your heel. The Jedi teachings require we examine our actions. Acting without reflection is not our way. There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
Have you been reading the history of the blind? Revan won the war. I like that one, but it's too sassy.
A physical victory, perhaps, but the real victory lay in... You do not know... How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died. You see shadows where there are none and hate where there is none. You are blind as always. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here? Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you're admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility. The Ebon Hawk is here, safe. Its records and navicomputer are being dissected to determine what caused the destruction of the Paragus facility. We're having some trouble with the navicomputer, but I think with your cooperation, willing or otherwise, that will cease to be an obstacle. If it is your ship, perhaps I should be questioning you as to what happened, and why you destroyed the facility and murdered all the miners stationed there. A facility of over 150 personnel, all dead before you arrived. A childish story to mask your crime. And with the facility destroyed, you think there is no way to confirm your story. But I will pry the truth from you, I promise you that. Ah, an accident. Something beyond your control. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done? No, your crime is much more than that. Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds. Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime. So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it. The Sith? What do you mean? You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragus. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you. If you were the best target they could find, the teachings of the dark side blind the Sith indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here. Whatever force they can bring to bear, it will matter not. If they face a true Jedi, they shall fall. You offer your aid after turning your back on me, on the Council. The Jedi is not something you embrace out of fear. The commitment is stronger than that, something you never seem to understand. Perhaps. But if you help me, it cannot be done from here. There are others in the galaxy who may help us against a Sith threat. If you can find them, gain their trust, perhaps our defenses shall be stronger for it. Take your ship, seek them out. If you find them, encourage them to gather on Dantooine. From there we can call a council and see what can be done. You shall find them north of here, in one of the old irrigation chambers. Then I shall send you on your way. It is now time for you to depart.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us. Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile. I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, Mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
Why have you approached me? You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the northern part of the plateau interior. The particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force cages. They were caged for their safety, until we could determine your intent, Exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies would create a distraction. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge if he had resisted, but he chose not to. He has had some Echani training. He masks it well, but when you are in danger, his mask dropped into a stance we know well. I do not know. The Echani forms are known to be taught to military special forces throughout the galaxy. If the source is a mystery to you, perhaps you should ask him. It would be wise to know those you travel with. You may ask. I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been anxious to teach you many principles of combat ever since. Very well. Before we begin, the fight will be... Also, do not call upon any Jedi techniques in turn. I will not use our higher forms, for this is only an open... Then let us begin.
Alright, doubt I'm gonna be able to win this without cheesing, but let's give it a try. Yeah, definitely not. Alright guys, welcome to cheesing the handmaiden sister fight. Alright, so if you quick save like that, and you miss, you can quick load, pause, and then come back. It'll set combat back to, like, wherever this is. And then you attack
I shall
first.
honor them with battle. This will teach you.
Yeah, see, we're not going to let her get a critical hit in. There we go. Good hit. Good hit.
You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge. Seek one of...
Alright. Let's go get the friends.
Did you find what you came for? I felt as much, quite strongly, in fact. I suspected there was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still. I see it now. The act has left its marks. Be warned. Unresolved events from our past can create wounds in the present and the future. And more importantly, they can distract you, weaken you. It could prove fatal against the enemies we face. There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious. Yes, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
Ooh, more foreshadowing.
Invade the mind of another? It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained. Very well, let us depart. He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash. I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we? Of course, General. If you wish. Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
Mistress, you summoned me.
I have a task for you. The exile is dangerous. I'm concerned that he was able to return to Republic space and reach Telos without my knowledge.
Mistress, the Harbinger was lost in transit. It was our failing.
What is done. But now I need you to travel with him.
Mistress,
I realize what I'm asking of you. And I am asking that you keep your purpose a secret, even from your sisters. I need someone to watch the exile closely, and let me know if he contacts the Sith. More importantly, I need you to study him closely. I need to know what he thinks, what he does. Become part of his group, earn his trust, get him to confide in you.
I will do as you ask, Mistress. But, Mistress, the exile did not seem to pose a threat to us.
Ah, but he does. Do not be fooled by the exterior. It is his nature you must beware. He fell to the dark side once. He will do so again. I am trusting you with this task, last of my handmaidens. Do not disappoint me. The galaxy, the Jedi, may depend on it.
Alright, 2 influence gains with Beodur. We're getting there. Alright, unarmed accuracy gloves. Alright, and now let's go through all of your rooms and take all of your stuff. I love that little animation.
Have you returned to Very well. I shall honor your request. Our next battle will be using the higher forms among the Ichani. You may choose hands and feet, or whatever melee weapon you wish, but use no other items or Jedi techniques. Then let us... You have succeeded. If you wish, seek one of us out when you wish.
I hear you.
Have you returned to fight again? Very well. Our next battle shall be free of restriction on weapons and items. In turn, I will spare none of our forms against you. Then let us... You know much of melee combat. You surprise me. There is nothing more that we can teach you from such contests. Such battle would only be for battle's sake. If that is what you wish, then we shall honor it. We shall see how you fight against a group of us. We shall take you in a pair, using everything at our disposal. Use whatever item, then let... You are a strong opponent. Atris was correct about you. You know much of war and battle. Perhaps too much. I admit nothing. The Ichani stand together. To defeat one or two of us says nothing of how a true battle would go.
I hear you.
I hear you.
What is it?
You are a strong... Then our last battle shall be the 5 of us against you. Use any item, any weapon, any technique you wish. You'll need them. Very well. We shall begin.
Alright, we need... God, this fight is hard.
You are a... Then I... Very well.
Okay, here we go. Alright, so first we're gonna use the hit bonus stuff. Alright, welcome to Cheese Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Let us test ourselves.
And quick reload. This is the only part that I have to cheese, because we are not good enough to beat all of them.
This will teach you.
God bless. I thought we could get away with it. There we go. Knew I forgot about something.
This will teach you.
There shall be no more matches, no more challenges. There is much we have learned from you. If we meet on the field of battle, we shall be prepared.
Alright, got it done. Alright. Close back on. And energy shield. Or Session Shah warrior armor. Session Shah. Huh. It's a tongue twister. I love this game. This part especially is just so cool. It's a really small area, but they still did a really great job with the design, I think.
Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebonhawk. Not so smug now, are you, you little thief?
Don't be a fool. Atris stole the ship and the droid.
Says you.
Full count number 8. I need to go back through and watch and see how many times she actually calls him fool. How have we not triggered the cutscene yet? Oh, never mind. We triggered it. I'm sorry. We triggered it in the last stream. We were still on Citadel Station. I mean, some of that art there, just lazy. Could have been so much better.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath. I sent her to travel with the exile. She may discover something I cannot.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens. She is willful, and she has demonstrated her fascination with Jedi. It may not have been why.
I know what I have done, but it was necessary.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What is the machine saying? We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there, more like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions,
Such a great scene.
not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No,
I love
not
Atris's
death.
character.
Many battles
She's
remain for that one.
complicated.
If what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Rook is a dick.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
If it comforts you to believe that, then so be it. But the enemies you face are many, and you will need all the help you can get. It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help. I think the strength of the enemy is unknown, but it is greater than 5 can hope to defeat without aid.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General.
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself. It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore? That's not your lightsaber anymore. That you could build another one if you wanted to. I never said you were, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. I think I can help you out there. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits?
Alright, now we're doing all the restored content
Well,
mod
check it
fun
again.
stuff.
It can't be anything else. Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
Betrayal. Machines. His passion for such things defies me.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior. I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place. Hey, General. You look like you've been standing too close to one of my shield generators. Was there something you want? Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry.
Alright. Now let's go find Beodur's equipment. Take that from him and that from him. And give it back to us. Alright. Now we do Knight Valor, and we see if our skills are high enough. Oh, we are 1 short on repair. Crap. Okay. Alright, where's 2, 3, and 4? There he is. Yeah, you need to have 20. Alright, now let's go see Atten. We'll talk to him about the Achani training.
I don't know what it is, but you look... It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too. Alright, what did you want to know? Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, that. Don't tell anyone, but you wouldn't believe how many fights you can prevent by just pretending to know that stuff. I mean, it doesn't compare to wearing a lightsaber, but then again, that doesn't seem to help you much. Well, hey, thanks. But you've got the wrong guy. I'm good at shooting people, cracking wise, and pretending to know how to fight with my hands.
Alright. Influence with Atten, and now let's see how many net light side, dark side, and influence shifts we can get in a conversation with Kreia.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room. Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience. Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. I am but a mirror whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see.
Oh, I hate this one, but I'm gonna take...
Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. A discussion, but...
Nope.
How many... I care not which of the words you use, as that was Revan's...
Alright, cool.
You have grown strong in the force. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. Turning away from that which tempts you or causes you fear is not strength. Facing it is. I have seen you display many acts of mercy. even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow. You have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger, more capable. Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it, until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you try. Ah, now you are learning. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, through decision and choice, through confrontation, physical or mental, that the force can grow within you. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage, and the power it brings. Yet the power does not build without such struggle. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born.
Alright.
Yes. Have you... Then betrayal, and by a machine that I will not abide. Machines. Always did Revan use them to inflict his will on the galaxy, whether in war or in assassination. His passion for such tools, for things dead to the Force, defies me. He would have loved a human droid such as you, dead to the Force, a shell that would carry out his orders. It is no matter. It is a device, and now it is broken. Yes? Ask, and I will answer. There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all. Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. That I will abide her presence. She may have her uses. Because Atris is a threat, and as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage. Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time.
Yep, dark side, light side, influence gained, influence lost.
Ask. There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only. There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted. Yes? Ask. Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough. What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
Here we go.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest, for the future, for the Force. If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice.
Alright.
Yes? Ask. Atris herself is not as familiar to me as perhaps she should be, yet I feel I know her, yes. Because Atris's path is one I walked long ago, and it is a chapter of my life that has been read and closed. She has taken the first steps, I think. We shall see. Surely you felt the righteous anger, the spoken judgments, the lack of forgiveness. I was a historian once, gathering the relics of the Jedi, learning the ancient mysteries. Always there were more questions. One quickly learns that the Jedi Code does not give all the answers. If you are to truly understand, then you will need the contrast, not adherence to a single idea. That is why Atris and the others blamed me, sentenced me. They believed me responsible for Revan's fall. You have already asked much. I do not wish to speak of this any longer.
Alright, I think we need one more
Yes.
influence
Have you
boost with her before...
Ask. Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his? Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few. Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith empire, yet he learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly? Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes?
You know, I remember the first time I was playing this game. So when I played the first Knights of the Old Republic, I had... it was on the original Xbox, and I had gotten through Terrace, through Tatooine, and maybe Kashyyyk, I think. But I got all the way there, and then my Xbox got fried in a lightning storm. So we had to start the game, my brother and I, who played it together, we had to start it all the way over. It was brutal. But I remember just like, so, you know, we had done some of the star map stuff, and I remember hearing this scene the first time I was playing through this game and thinking, man, I wonder if we're gonna, like, see the old Revan stuff, like, see any of the star maps or whatever. I don't know, I just thought, I just remember that being kind of interesting.
I know of them, yes, and how much like beasts they had become. Combined, united against the Jedi, they command legions of Sith. But above these legions there are 3 who must be stopped. As long as any one of them lives, then we, and all life, are doomed. One bathes in pain, feeds on it for sustenance. The other has ceased being a living being, so consumed by hunger that he has forgotten his own flesh. And the last is a creature of betrayals, for without such things there is no hope. Yes, of pain he has learned much. Of knowledge, of teaching, he knows nothing. Like the others, he was spawned by the horrors of the Mandalorian Wars. He exists solely to spread his pain to all Jedi everywhere. Even now she is difficult to see. She must remain hidden for now until the time is right. If not, then all our efforts will be for nothing. In this you must trust me. If she is exposed too soon, then this war will be over before it has begun. The less said of that one, the better. Even a stray thought may draw him, and it is possible that he cannot be defeated. He is one who has learned the greatest of the Sith teachings, and it enslaved him. Until you are ready, we must not seek him out. Ask. I misspoke before.
Yeah, we need one more. Alright, now time for training with Kreia.
Yes. Very well. I confess its nature. It's... When back... It's... Very well. Indeed. Then listen to me. There is much weight, much craving attached to such a tiny thing of light. For the male, it seems to have an inordinate importance. But we shall leave such male preoccupations
That's
for
a
philosophers
penis joke.
and cultural historians. A lightsaber, any weapon, only achieves worth in how it is wielded, in the effort, in the struggle of one who holds it. Such a weapon does not make a Jedi or a Sith, and at times it makes them much, much less than they are. Yes.
Alright, oh, that's right. You gotta get the Visas fight first before she... Anyway. What's the... What's the bonus skill for pairs of decks? Intelligence. Nope, nothing. Okay.
exile. Yes, your features, your stance. There is a calm about you that I did not notice on Telos. There is an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapon masters, yet it comes to you with ease. It shows in your features. It is beautiful to see. Yes? I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him. That too. That is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos. The reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings at the Academy must be preserved, even if it draws strength from Telos. Yes, his skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Ichani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders. And like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it. I will respect your wishes, and his. Forgive me. The Mandalorian Wars were like that for many. Many returned, who could not tell of their experiences in a way that could bring meaning to them. Yes? I am that. No. That is you may.
Alright, there we go.
She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself. That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side. Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars, when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up. Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them, because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force. I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation. Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all. Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion. Perhaps it may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression. Yes? You may have. I do not wish to speak. I am that. Yes? I am that. I do not wish. I honor the face of my mother. It is not something usually spoken of in the company. I do not wish to discuss it. If there is no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on. It is not a sensitive subject, but a Yes? You may. We attend Atris. It is the duty of all of us, from the first of my sisters to me, the last of the handmaidens. I am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true. That is not entirely correct. There are times I am distracted. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts. There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy. To the Ichani, battle is a means of communication. It is an art, in the truest sense of the word. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause. Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponents speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength. It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Telos was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it. Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other.
Oh. Oops. Oh well.
Yes? Before entering Atris, it is not important. We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade. If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there. But it was not intended as an attack. I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself. Yes? I am that.
One second, guys. I'm gonna check on something.
Yes? I do not wish to speak of her to you.
Crap. Well. We'll have to get a point of influence with Handmaiden. I missed one of the, I missed that initial dialogue option when she came aboard. And I don't think we are gonna reload. No, we're definitely not. Alright, well guys, that's it for the stream tonight. Thank y'all for coming.